The bone slug is an unsettling predator of decay, a meter-long, semi-translucent organism that appears at first glance to be little more than a sluggish mass of gelatin. A closer look reveals its true horror. Countless bones of varying size and origin suspended within its quivering body, shifting and rearranging as though guided by a silent intelligence. These bones are not merely remnants of its feeding habits but tools, weapons, and armor. The creature has no fixed anatomy. Instead, it reshapes itself at will, pushing bones outward to form jagged limbs, piercing spikes, or bladed protrusions. In moments of aggression, it can eject sharpened fragments with startling force, turning its own body into a living arsenal. Bone slugs are drawn to places steeped in death. Graveyards, mass burial pits, and especially former battlefields serve as ideal habitats, providing an abundance of skeletal material. There, they feed methodically, enveloping corpses and secreting potent enzymes that dissolve all organic matter while leaving bones perfectly intact. These bones are then absorbed into the slug's gelatinous mass, where they are cleaned, preserved, and eventually repurposed. Over time, older specimens become dense with skeletal fragments, their bodies cloudy with the layered remains of countless creatures. What makes bone slugs particularly dangerous is their adaptability. A specimen with only a handful of bones may rely on simple stabbing, motions, or defensive plating, but those that inhabit war zones become something far more formidable. Saturated with hundreds or even thousands of bones, they can rapidly assemble complex structures, shield-like barriers, skeletal limbs for locomotion, or dense barrages of projectiles. In such cases, the slug ceases to resemble a formless creature and instead becomes a writhing mass of bone and gel, capable of overwhelming even well-armed opponents. Despite their slow natural movement, bone slugs are not easily escaped. They can anchor themselves and lash out with surprising speed, or collapse their bodies to flow through narrow spaces, leaving behind discarded bones to lighten themselves if needed. Disturbing one in its feeding ground is especially perilous, as it will instinctively defend its territory with relentless efficiency. Encounters are rare but often fatal, and areas known to host bone slugs are typically avoided by scavengers and predators alike. In places where the dead outnumber the living, the bone slug thrives, an ever-growing monument to the remains it has claimed.